Okay, folks, we went up to the lake, had some lunch, and now we're back on this Forest Service road. I don't know the number of this Forest Service road, but this turns into Tuni Gap. And up here on the right, there's another Forest Service road that I would like to check out at a later date. This little road up here looks like another nice little that there. We're going to check that out one of these days. Next time we come, I'm going to actually bring my other. I'm going to bring a gas can with me, so I know I don't have any fuel problems. I mean, this bike does pretty good, miles per gallon wise, but this area, if you do run out, there ain't nothing here. You got to beg from somebody that lives around here. And my little roto pack takes about 1.3 gallons. So if I do have to use it, that'll give me at least 60 some miles where, you know, you can more than find a gas station if you have to use that. But if you were with me on the other video, you know that this Forest Service road is much wider and very well maintained. It's not rutty. And even if there's other cars here, there's plenty of room to get by. So this is pretty cool that this is so close to my house. I'm actually going to make an effort to try to edit the last video. It got way too long, but another thing that sucks is I have such terrible internet at the house. The uploads take, you know, usually all night. It's dreadful. Those are the prices you have to pay when you're like in the boonies and you don't have cable and you have to have satellite for your internet access. That really sucks. And it's a fortune. I pay like $160 a month. Now, if you had real cable, that would buy like a big TV package. But let's not even talk about that. Satellite internet sucks. Now, I'll let you know, down here, none of these roads are marked, and some Forest Service roads are marked pretty well. This one, for whatever reason, is not. I'm just poking along here. This muffler is so much better than, if you don't know, all I had was a stock pipe before, but the spark arrestor was out of it. It was an open pipe, so it was louder, but it didn't have a good sound, you know what I mean? It was louder, but, and I didn't want to get hassled from any forest rangers because they will huff and puff if you don't have your spark arrestor in. And to me, I don't want that kind of hassle. It's just not worth it. So, I mean, now here is the turnaround, because sometimes now see, I don't know where that goes. I don't know what the deal is with that. Now right down here to the left is the Tusquittee Road. Now you could go back that, but I don't want to. I like to try, I like a loop instead of following my way. And it's actually, now that I know that road, the way I came up is the best way to go on Tusquittee, because if you went back that way, you have a lot of downhill, steep hill. And to me, I'd rather go up a steep hill than down it. But if you like to slide down rocky hills, go home that way. I mean, it's not, it's doable. But the way we came would definitely, I would do that again. Now this, I haven't been on this stretch, so I don't know how long this is dirt before it turns to paved, because I was told that Tuni Gap is a paved road, unlike, Tusquittee. Now, on Google Maps, it does not show Tusquittee. I don't know why I say Tusquittee. It's Tusquittee. It doesn't show Tusquittee hooking up with this. But there again, sometimes, Google Maps is not the gospel. So you just have to come out here and explore, and your own experience is going to tell you what the deal is. But this road is pretty well, I mean, there's no deep ruts. It's nothing that you have to think about, you just let gravity take the bike down. We're basically just idling all the way down this road. Haven't seen one car on this. But when cars do come to the lake, from my understanding, this is the road of choice. Most people do not go the Tusquittee way. Because this road, you don't even need, this is, your Cadillac can come on this road with not too much problems. And I didn't really see any areas in Tusquittee Road that you really needed four-wheel drive, but, maybe in a rainier season, some of those river crossings might have been a little bit more forceful, or I don't know, I don't know. But it didn't seem bad to me. Now, I heard a story that one of my friends that lives on Tusquittee, he was mentioning that one of those big BMW adventure bikes, those 1200 things, they're heavy bikes, of course. And he said the guy came walking back to his house. He dropped his bike and he needed help getting it up. Well, that does happen, but I'm a firm believer, whatever bike you're taking off-road, you really need to work out a plan yourself and be able to pick your bike up, because you're not always going to have somebody with you. I remember when I first started going off-road, I had a KLR 650. The John Deere on two wheels. And that's a heavy bike, because I had camping gear on it with me, sleeping bag, all my camping gear, because I was motorcycle camping. And yeah, baby. After riding in the sand up in Jersey, KLRs get pretty heavy when you have to keep picking them up. So after that, I'm thinking well, this is not really an off-road bike. It'll do off-road, but I don't really recommend KLRs for off-road. Not single track, but they're too damn heavy. The bigger and heavier bikes, when you take them off-road, your skill set has to be much higher, because they can get away from you, and if that weight gets away from you, the bike always seems to want to fall down uphill or on some kind of angle that's just a real pain to get up. Anyway, I guess I should just shut up. But if you're a gravel road person, come check this out if you're near Hayesville. As you can see in the last two videos, I have not seen another bike. I have not even seen another car. Now, out on that paved road that was taking you to Lake Nantahala, of course. But even there, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't busy because that road dead ends. I don't know where it went the other way, but one of these days we will explore it. But I would definitely come back to that lake and bring the kayaks. Only because I realized this is a Wednesday, and I didn't really see a whole lot of boat traffic. So to me, it's more enjoyable to take kayaks out where you don't have to be worried that, oh, you're in some jet ski's way or something, you know? Or there's no like big wakes that you have to worry about. And they have a very good little boat launch area there, so easy access. That lake has a dam and is used for hydropower. Duke Energy. I think it went online like back in the 40s. 1942, I think. It's a man-made lake, so its purpose was to hydropower. And somewhere online I was looking at a video or something about the lake, and it actually washed out. There was actually a stagecoach town that's now underwater. I don't know where the actual dam part is, you know, where the turbines are, but I would like to come back and ride more around the lake. I'm sure there's other boat ramps. There possibly could be a marina. I don't know. But what I saw today was you know, adequate and a nice facility. Clean. I hate to go to pretty lakes and then people dump their garbage. Although I didn't notice, there wasn't any waste receptacles. They didn't have any trash cans there, so I don't understand why they put in a facility, especially like with restrooms. And common sense is going to tell you that if you have a boat ramp, people always have garbage coming in off their boats, you know. So they really should have a place to put your trash. You know, I'm just giving you my 2 cents worth, whether you want to hear it or not. The old XT is just putting along here. Now this road, you do have a little bit more sunshine than Tusquittee. Tusquittee is just a pretty, it's a narrow one-wayer. If you were in a car, if somebody else came, somebody would have to back up. There are different areas where you can, like, you know, get 2 cars by, but this is a very easy, you don't have to back up here. 2 cars can get by here almost anywhere along here. thing I do like about my camera, I use a Sony Action Cam, and it has excellent stabilization. When I look even at my own videos, I don't have any of the pixelation. I have a clear shot. A lot of people that have the older GoPros, I really don't like watching those videos because everything's like muddy. It's not clear. But my weakness is editing. I guess I'm going to have to just force myself and just try to learn it. I might still want to change the springs out in this front suspension's a little soft, but I don't know. I don't do any gnarly stuff, so I haven't really bottomed out that many times. It doesn't really bother me, but if I notice that these forks start leaking and need a fork seal change, I might change the springs out. Or I know a lot of people just cut an inch off the spring and then use a heavier weight oil, which is much cheaper than spending $300. Well, no. I think you can get progressive springs for this for about $1.50. I don't know, but I might do that mod, but I'm not in any big rush. It's not like they're weeping and I got to deal with it. Some people put a new whole rear shock on, and those can be pricey. Most rear shocks I've seen for this bike are like $700 and some dollars. But you know, my thinking is this bike is a little lightweight bike. It's not really meant to be with all of the different mods that you can do on this bike. I don't think it's worth putting a ton of money trying to turn this bike into a KTM or a Husky. You know, if that kind of performance, if that's what you're looking for, just buy a Husky. You know, and right off the showroom floor, there's not a whole lot of mods you have to do to those bikes or KTMs. They're really good bikes, but you know, I don't want to put 10 grand into a dirt bike. Hell, I don't even put 10 grand into my street bike. I'm not a real street bike person anyway. I'm not into polish and chrome. That's why I like dual sport the better. You know, you can throw them down and they're a little bit more heavy duty. Now I guess at times you see they close these roads. That's the second gate that we've gone through. I don't know what that trail is there. Now that has a gate over it. I don't know if that's another Forest Service road or if that's a well, that looks like somebody's private property because there's actually sheds on that. I mean, there's old buildings, they're dilapidated, but I don't think we weigh 14 tons. We're good there. And you see, this follows the little creek is right next to this road, so if you need to cool off, you can go in there and splash yourself with some water. But today's not really a super hot day, so it's all pretty good. And I always bring water with me, because even when I used to hike or backpack, I always had plenty of water, because there's nothing worse. I like this little hut here. That's a nice little cabin. There's no place to really park for it. Oh, now we're paved. So that's the end of that. So now we're on pavement, asphalt. But that was, you know, that's an enjoyable little ride to the lake. That's a very good access to the lake. And this is Tusquittee. This is back on Tusquittee. So that actually turns to gravel relatively quick. Now I'm going to go home a different way, and I want to try to see where this takes me. That was a fun ride to the lake. I hope you enjoyed that. So now you know, if you're coming with a car and you're not really a dirt road person, take Tuni Gap Rd up to the lake instead of Tusquittee. Although I don't think you'd have any trouble going on Tusquittee. But like I said, if by chance another vehicle's coming from the opposite way, you could be in an area where somebody would have to back up. So, having said that, and if you want to get to the lake in a reasonable amount of time, take Tuni Gap. There's hardly ever really that much traffic even on this road. Here's the bar, Tusquittee Tavern, Cold Branch Road there, and there's some kind of a church there. I think that would probably take you out to 64. Most of these roads, if you go left, will go out to 64. Oh my, you look down on this speedometer and I was like, I'm going 90. Yeah, you're going 90 kilometers. Hello. This bike will never do 90 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? Not downhill, not with a twister chasing you. Gold Mine Road. That's a development. There's the airport. See some old birds there. It's a nice piece of property. On the map it says Tusquittee Airport, but on this road there's no signs, so it could be a private airstrip. I'm going to take a picture. See that old Ford there? I'm gonna take a picture. So let me end this video right for now. We'll catch you in a minute.